Hello, everyone. I put together a mat class so that my students at the YMCA can practice at home if they want to, on days when they don't want to go out of the house or just have a calm morning or afternoon at their own home. So find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. You do not need to be in a cross-leg position. If your leg likes to stretch out and that's more comfortable for you for the next few minutes, please make yourself comfortable. Maybe sit up on a cushion or a block if you want to. We'll just take just a shorter time of mindfulness, training our mind and our body to be calm, and then we'll move into some stretches. Invitation to close your eyes if you want to, or find a soft gaze on the floor. And turn your attention to your breath. Take a big breath in, inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Take another big breath in and sigh it out. And continue breathing at your own pace, noticing your chest rising and falling with each breath, sitting up with a tall spine, little tuck to the chin. On your inhale, you're bringing in new energy, new oxygen into your system. And on your exhale, you're letting go of what you don't need, letting go of tension, letting go of the outside world for a few moments. These are tools that you can use anytime, wherever you are, to bring a few moments of calm in a time of anxiety. Do a little body scan and see if there are any areas of tension that you are holding, and try to let that go. Maybe shift your position if you're slightly uncomfortable. Take your breath a little bit deeper. Usually we breathe in a rather shallow way in our everyday life. And it's good to engage the diaphragm. Take a deeper breath once in a while. Let your belly expand on the inhale. And on the exhale, push all of the air out. Feel like your navel is pressing toward your spine. And you can blink your eyes open. Bring your awareness back to the room. Your meditation segment could be longer than that, but I'll keep it on the shorter side for this video. And we'll begin to stretch. Start with some neck rolls all the way around. Maybe switch up your legs and cross them the other way for a few moments. Pause in your neck rolls and go in the opposite direction. And then bring your head back to neutral again. Sitting up, tall spine, taking right ear toward right shoulder. Opening up the side part of your neck, maybe walking this hand out a little bit or stretching it out to increase the stretch all the way down to your fingertips. Option to put a hand on your scalp if you want to. And just take any suggestions that I throw out there and make them work for you. Skip whatever does not work for your body today. Bring everything back to center again. Let your head roll to the middle, looking down gently, and over to the other side, ear to shoulder. Opening up the other side of your neck. Maybe extending an arm out or walking your fingertips out. Big breath in and exhale. Come back to center again with your palms by your side. Inhale your arms up for a big stretch up. Side bend to the right. Curving. Maybe your arm over, maybe it's out straight, working with whatever your shoulder mobility is today. Bring both arms up again. Side bend, left side. Inhaling, arms up again into the center, looking up. Take a little twist, right side. We'll do a few more twists along the way. Keeping your hand on your knee. Bring opposite arm up for a crossbody twist. Take both arms up again to the center. Little twist, other side. Gently looking over your shoulder. Keeping one hand on your knee. Extend other arm up. Bring your arm to cactus arms. And float your hands down. Set them behind you. Opening up now the front body. Sorry, I hit the microphone. Across from shoulder to shoulder, looking up. And then in the opposite way, walk your hands forward. You don't have to go very far. It's early in the practice. Let your head drop down. And come back to center. Stretch your legs out. We've been sitting in that position for a while. Nice big stretch. Hugging right knee in. Hug it into your body. And then placing the foot on the outside of the knee. Wrapping your left arm around your knee. Take a deeper twist. Come back to center. Stretch both legs out. Hug your other knee in toward your chest. Sit up with a tall spine if you're able. Set that foot on the outside of the knee. Curving your hand over your bent knee. Looking in the opposite direction. Come back to center and meet me in a tabletop, hands and knees, making sure that your hips are directly over your knees, shoulders over your wrists. This is a great weight-bearing isometric position for your body, for your wrists and your knees, for joint strength. And we'll begin our cat and cow flow. So dropping your hips, looking up, inhaling. And on your cat stretch, arch your back like a cat. Let your head drop, release your neck, and flow back and forth between these two positions at your own pace. Moving with breath. Take two more cat and cow. And come back to center again. Take a few sways of the hips, a few hip wiggles. Walk your both hands to the corner of the right side of your mat and take a side stretch, almost like a partial child's pose. And then walk hands over to the other edge of your mat and take a side stretch. Come back to center. Extend right leg back onto the ball of your foot. I'll turn sideways. Right leg goes back and left arm comes front. Your toe can stay down or it can come up off of the mat for a balancing pose. This is called bird dog. Bring that back in, switch it up, take other leg back, keeping toe down or toe up, whatever your preference is. Switch it up again, opposite hand, opposite leg goes back. Looking down at the mat so that you have good alignment for your neck. Bring your hand back to the mat. Cross your back ankle over the other ankle. Maybe try to look at your foot. Come back to center. Extend left foot back into your bird dog. Bring your hand back down to the mat. Cross your back ankle over the other ankle. Look for your foot. Come back to center again. Take a few hip wiggles. We're setting up for gate pose. I'm going to pad my knee by folding my mat over and extending right leg out to the side. Coming up on your knee, if that works in your body today. You can always stay down, be supported with your hands. If you're able to come up on your knee for gate pose, this hand slides down, the extended leg, other arm comes up. Wherever you want to place your shoulder today. And breathe. Notice how open your rib cage is on this side. Send a little breath in that area, in that space. Float your hand down, set it down on the floor, bringing other arm up. You can keep your toe down, or you can float it up for another balancing pose and a counter stretch. Come back to center again. Back to tabletop, hands and knees, and we'll set up for the other side. I'm folding my mat, extending leg out, coming up on my knee, and bringing the arm up, the right arm up, as my hand slides down the extended leg. And breathe. Float that hand down, set it down for support. Bring other arm up. Maybe bring the foot up with you. Come back to center again. Back to your tabletop, hands and knees. We'll set up for thread the needle. So releasing right arm up to the sky for a little twist, and then thread it under. Rest your head, rest your shoulders. If you have a block, you can bring the floor closer. Pushing away with the supporting hand, bring your hand up toward the sky again and float it down. Take a few hip wiggles and we'll set up for the other side. Extending arm up and threading it under. Rest your head, rest your shoulders. You can take a bind with the upper arm or just let it rest on the mat. Push off with your supporting hand. Bring your arm up to the sky again and down to the mat. In your tabletop, sink your hips back, knees apart or knees together, whichever you like for a child's pose. Continuing to stretch. Push up from your child's pose, back to hands and knees. Tuck your toes, push your hips up and back, spread your fingers, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, do what you like to do in your down dog. You can float out into a plank to check your alignment. You should be able to go into a plank. If your feet and hands are too close together, move them back a bit. Release right leg up to the sky for three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. Float your foot down again. Left side. Take that leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip, roll it open. Straighten the leg again. And float it back down again. Walk your hands and feet toward each other and come up to standing. Taking your arms up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Hands on your shins, flat back, crown of the head pointing forward. Exhale, fold. Rolling all the way back up. Come up nice and slow. You've been upside down. Bringing arms up. And hands to prayer hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms stretch up again. Exhale, fold. Hands to the mat, high plank, step it back. Chaturanga or hands and knees. Lowering down, all the way down. Little cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, send your hips up. Stepping forward with right leg into a warrior one. Warrior one, or come up to your feet to a standing position. And then you can set up your feet if that works better for you. Stepping forward with right foot, back foot at a little 45-degree angle, and hips are hip width apart, legs are hip width apart. You can start with hands on your hips or go right into a warrior one with arms raised. Arm circle right side. Arm circle other side. Hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Or you can go to tabletop or if you want, or you could stay standing And we're going to just switch up the Warrior One to a left side. So if you're standing, you can step forward with left foot. If you're in your down dog, step forward, left foot, come up to your feet, check your feet and your legs for a proper alignment, back foot at a little 45-degree angle. Hips are facing forward, hands on hips, extend arms up if you want. Arm circle right side. Working with the mobility of our shoulders. Arm circle other side. Look down, downward facing dog. Kick it back, back into your down dog. And we're getting ready now to step forward with right leg for a crescent lunge. Stepping forward, separating your feet, or coming to a standing position and just setting up your feet that way. That works too. Make sure legs are shoulder width apart so that you have a firm foundation so that you're not feel like you're on a balance beam. For crescent lunge, your back toe, you're on the ball of your foot, of your back. Your heel is lifted. Hands on hips, lunging at whatever angle of lunge you would like to do today. You can stay right here. You can extend arms up. You can look up, but then it turns into a balancing exercise. If you looked up, look straight ahead. Now look down at your feet and pivot your back foot for Warrior Two. So front leg stays the same, we're lunging. Back foot is parallel now to the back edge of your mat. Your hips are more open. And when you're all set up with your feet, hands at a T, looking over your front fingers. Breath in, breath out. Flip your front palm toward the sky and tilt your body up for reverse warrior. You can take a bind with the back arm if you want around your waist, or let it rest on your thigh. Come back to Warrior Two. Relax your shoulders. Straighten your front leg, your front knee. Reaching forward, creating some length. Look down, we're going into triangle. Front hand floats down. Maybe if you have a block, you could put your block there to help support you. Or your hand can go on your shin, your ankle, your foot. And breathe. Come back up again. Back up into Warrior Two. We're going to take another triangle, straightening front knee, reaching forward, pivoting down. And from here, we're going down to a low lunge. So look at the floor, look at your mat. Hands come down, feet stay pretty much the same. You're in a low lunge, your back knee can go down onto the mat. That is also a great stretch for the hip. Or you can keep it up. You can stay right here, or option to open for a twist. You're twisting to the right side. If you took the twist, come back to center again. Set your knee down. I'm going to pad my knee. Come up to a half warrior. You can stay right here. This is a big stretch. If you want to lean forward, if you want more of a stretch, you can do that, or just stay in the center. And then the hips are flowing back to take a runner's stretch or a half split. You can support yourself with your hands. If you have 2 blocks, that could support you. Or you can sit all the way back if your knee is okay with that. And breathe. Come back up again. Back up onto your knee. Take both feet back behind you into a tabletop. Curl your toes under and start to shift your weight back to give your feet a little stretch. If they do not like this, don't do it. You can also turn your hands toward your body to give your forearms a stretch as well. If you did that, turn hands around again. If you want to take a toe stand, shift your weight onto your toes. You're still up on your toes. You can do it supported. Or if you want to do some balancing with prayer hands in front of you for your toe stand, that's an option. And we're pushing up from the toe stand. Take a big breath in. Exhale, push. Up to standing, or you can help your hands to push you to standing. And we're back standing in the middle of our mat again. And we'll take that sequence to the other side by stepping forward with left foot into the crescent lunge, making sure your feet are separated. Give yourself a firm foundation. You're on the ball of your foot in the back here. Hands on hips. You can stay there, or you can take hands up higher. Or you can curve your back backwards to form a crescent with your back. Whatever your body wants today. Looking down at the mat, pivot your back foot to set up for Warrior Two. Back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat, lunging in the front foot. Hips are open. When you're set up with your feet, hands at a T, looking over your front fingers, relaxing your shoulders. Sometimes my shoulders like to go up to my ears in this position. Turning front palm, reverse your warrior, maybe taking a bind if you want to. Float back into Warrior Two again. Nice strong legs here. Core is zipped up. Straighten your front knee. Take a reverse triangle. Come back into Warrior Two. Stretching forward, creating length again, heading into our triangle. Taking hand down, wherever it wants to be today. Each side is different. Each day is different. Noticing a big hamstring stretch in your front leg. Your knee can be bent. You could be partway up. Make adjustments as you need to. Now looking at the mat, bringing hands down to the mat, and going into our low lunge, pivoting the back foot, maybe setting the back knee down if you want a nice stretch in that position. If you want to keep the back knee up, you have the option to take a twist. Maybe your hand goes out to the side at a 45-degree angle. Maybe you take the full twist. Float your hand down if you took the twist. Set your knee down, coming up into half warrior again, if your knee is okay with that. Go to tabletop if it's not. You can skip this part. If you want a bigger stretch, you can lean forward, shifting hips forward, giving a big stretch in this hip, or not. Then coming back to center again, shifting hips back into your runner stretch, supported in a higher position or sitting back, maybe reaching for your toe with the opposite hand, and breathing. Shift hips front again and slide your foot around to come back into your tabletop. And then tucking toes up into downward facing dog. Send your hips up into that upside down V. Pedal out your feet. Walk your feet toward your hands. Come up into a fold. Roll all the way up. And now separate feet for a straddle fold. Maybe your toes are pointing out slightly. Make an adjustment however wide you want your legs to be. Little micro bend in the knees, hands on hips, nice tall spine. Folding forward, flat back. And then letting your hands float down to the floor. If you have a block, you could use that to support yourself. You can take a few ninja lunges, bending one knee and the other knee, or just stay in stillness. Release your neck. Your neck gets tired holding up your 13-pound head all day long. Begin to walk feet in a little closer, bringing hands to your knees, rolling up. And back into your mountain pose. Now we're ready for the balancing portion of our practice. It's very important that we practice balancing to train our mind and body for future fall prevention as we age, with feet hip width apart, maybe stepping off the mat if that works better for you. I have a chair here in case give you an idea of maybe using a chair for a prop. If you need that for maybe one or both sides, just to give your body the feel of the position being fully supported. So I have stepped off of my mat because I have double mat and I like it better on the floor for balancing. And begin rocking back and forth, toe to heel, finding that perfect balancing point with a tall spine, little tuck to the chin, mountain position, slight bend to your knees without locking knees out. And appreciate your feet. If you're standing on a floor, feel the coolness of the floor, of the mat. In the summertime, maybe do some bare feet in the house so that your feet get that sensation of different surfaces. Very good, very healthy for feet. Okay, we are shifting our weight into our right side to float one knee up. Hands out for balance, or maybe a hand on the chair. If you find a focal point on the floor, that seems to work really well. Maybe you're good here, maybe you want to put a hand on the knee. You can stay right here. You can open the knee. If the foot needs to come down to steady yourself, do that. Wobbling is good. Bring the knee back around if you took it out to the side. That's a dancing Shiva. And set the knee back down again. Shake it out, do a few hip wiggles. And we'll take it to the other side. Maybe you have a chair. You can pause a moment and pause the video, get a chair if you want to. And now we are shifting weight into the other side, into the left side. Getting ready to take one knee up. And maybe you just have one finger on the chair. Take your knee up as high as it wants to go. Maybe you put one hand, same side hand on the knee. You can stay right there, or maybe you open the knee. Maybe you hold your chair so that your body feels the position and then let go for a moment or two. That's a good way to train your mind and your body. Bring the knee back around again. Set it down. Shake it out. Take a big breath. Sometimes we get tense in our balancing. We're going to do the same thing. We're taking knee up and doing a figure 4 this time. So we'll do something different with our knee. Shifting to the other side now. You're back on your right side. Getting ready. Fixing your focal point on the floor for balance. Hopefully you don't need to look up at me too often. Float your knee up again, just like we did before. You can stay right here, or you can begin to cross your ankle over your knee, forming a figure 4 with your legs. Maybe crouching down slightly, bending that knee, making a little shelf. You can bring your hands to prayer hands. You could keep one hand on the chair and just get a feel for this position with support. Release, come out of that, set your leg down again, take a few hip sways, and we'll take that to the other side. Shifting weight again, feet are hip width apart, shifting weight into the left side this time. We're taking the knee up again. Maybe you keep a hand on the chair. Taking knee up. Find your focal point on the floor. You can stay right here, or you can start to cross the ankle over the knee, the standing knee, making a figure 4. Bending the knee to make a little shelf. Maybe leaning forward slightly, not too far. Hands at prayer hands. And release out of it. Good job. Separate feet a little, take a windmill around. Decompressing from the anxiety of balancing. And come back to the center of your mat again. Standing in the middle of your mat, forward fold, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, hands to the shins, flat back, hands to the mat, high plank. Step it back into that push-up position. Your knees can definitely be down if that's best for you. Hold your plank. Your core is zipped up, nice and strong. Stay there for a few more breaths if you can, or lower your knees when you need to. One more breath. Option to lower down to a forearm plank. Your knees can be down for this as well. And then lower all the way down, thighs down, knees down, all the way down. And you're propped up in a Sphinx pose. Your elbows are bent at a 90-degree angle. This is a back bend, so adjust your shoulders, adjust your neck for where you need to be today. Noticing the parts of you that are touching the mat, feeling grounded, sending a little energy downward. Take a look over your right shoulder. Back to center, look over your other shoulder. Back to center. Locust pose. Propping your upper body up using your core muscles and your back muscles. Palms are facing the floor. Back in a Superman sort of position. Head and shoulders are lifted. Looking down at the mat. Your toes can be up or down. Squeezing shoulder blades together. This is such a great back exercise. Release. Make a forearm pillow. Rest your head. Rest your shoulders. Maybe bend your knees. And windshield wiper feet back and forth. Push back up again, up into your Sphinx position. Moving hands to lower ribs, little cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, send your hips up. We'll move into a half pigeon. If you like to do half pigeon on your back by hugging your knees in, you can do that. I'm doing a half pigeon on the front, bending, one leg in, and then lowering down. If you have a block, you can use the block to bring the floor a little closer, or you can lower all the way down. Release your jaw, separate your teeth. This is a big hip opener. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, start to come out of your half pigeon on this side, wherever you are. If you're on your back, you can windshield wiper your knees. On your front, you could take a down dog. That might feel good after your hip opener. And begin to settle into the other side. Setting up wherever you are, on your front or on your back. Adjusting your knee where it needs to be for today. And settling in, noticing a big opening in the hip flexor on the other side. Relaxing down, separate your teeth, relax your jaw. Sometimes we stay in this pose for several minutes at a time, just to allow the muscles and tendons to relax and stop fighting the pose. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, start to come out of your half pigeon, wherever you are, and take a counter stretch, maybe windshield wiper your knees on your back, or take a one-legged dog or a down dog. And swing your legs around, come to a seat on the mat. You're sitting with legs outstretched, like the beginning of our practice. Sitting in a tall spine. This seems like it would be easy. We're just sitting here, hands by your side, but it's actually a rather active pose, staff pose. Inhaling, arms up. Option to take a fold forward. You can definitely bend your knees, reaching towards your ankles, your feet, relaxing your head, your neck. Start to walk your hands back up from your fold. Bending right knee in for a half straddle. Get positioned on your mat, one leg extended, with hands at a T. Start to reach toward your toe. You can stay there for a fold, or you can take a little flow, gently moving toward the toe and away from the toe. Or you can just hold it if you want. We'll finish up by holding it. Last one. Maybe grab your foot. Maybe take a fold if you want to. Rolling back up again. Feet together. And bend the other knee in. Sitting up nice and tall. Arms at a T. And reaching toward that foot. You can hold it or create a little flow. Last one. Arms at a T. Face your foot. Maybe grab it. Maybe take a fold if you want. Come back up again, taking left hand, place it on the mat, and coming up onto your left knee for rock star, lifting your hips, opening your arms. Come back down again. And now we're going to roll all the way back onto our back, flat on your back. When you get down there, take a stretch. Maybe you do some core work on the way down, or just flop down. Take a big stretch, big inhale, and exhale. And begin to set up for bridge pose, bringing knees, bending knees, and bringing them toward your body, bringing your soles of your feet toward your body. You could use your block to support your hips, or you can lift them, lifting your hips toward the sky, a little tuck to your shoulders maybe, making sure that knees are parallel. And breathe. If your neck is not liking this, lower yourself down a bit. And now we're lowering all the way down, one vertebrae at a time, very slowly. Breath in, breath out. Separate your feet. Windshield wiper knees back and forth slowly. Come back to center again. Soles of the feet together. Knees are falling open for butterfly pose. Option to cactus your arms if you want to. Begin to bring your knees back up again, back together. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe give your back a little massage by rolling side to side. And then let your knees fall to the right side for a reclined twist. Your knees can be bent or straight, or a combination. Melt your shoulder into the mat. Bringing knees back through to center again. Hugging them into your chest. Let your knees fall to the left side or the other side. Letting the other shoulder melt into the mat. Turn your attention back to your breathing. And bringing knees back to center again, or you can stay there longer if you wish. And take any other stretch or pose that you would like to take before we settle into Savasana, the final resting pose. And if you would like to take Savasana, even for just a few moments, You can lay on your side if that's more comfortable for you, or you can lay. Traditional Savasana is flat on the back with arms at your side. Let your feet flop outward. If your back doesn't like this, you can tent your knees. Maybe lean the knees against each other and begin to let your body relax. Let your mind rest. Close your eyes. You've worked hard. You set this time aside to do something good for your body. And now it's time to rest the body and rest the mind. Feel yourself melting into the mat. Return your attention to your breath, moving in and out. Your chest and your belly is rising and falling with each breath. And stay here for as long as you would like. Thank you for joining me in this practice. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.